Okay, Bills, as the away side, you get to call the coin toss. Or heads or tails?
Tails.
Alright guys, you can...
Good evening, football fans. We're here live at the UFL's temporary stadium for the first ever game of the tournament between the Yellow Jackets and the Mystic Bills. I'm Mike Slate, here with Kat Wilder and Dana. We're going to be your commentators this evening. Razdan McAndrews is going to be heading up the referees. Looks like the coin toss has already been tossed, and the Yellow Jackets have decided to receive the football. So we've got the Bills about to kick off to the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be a pretty exciting game. I think it's going to be a pretty close matchup. What do you ladies think?
I am excited. I'm looking forward to seeing all the mix and matches. I mean, look at the differences in the teams. So where I think, in the past everybody's been kind of, I don't know. There's going to be a lot of surprises on the field tonight.
I think it's going to be a lot of surprises as well. It looks like Crevin Tiros is about to line up for the kickoff. Looks like they've got Troy Briere, they've got Tamd Ember, and they've got Sergeant Blast, or Tayusan Yoshikawa, back to receive. So 3 back to receive. We'll see which direction he's going with it. He's doing his signature juke around before he kicks the ball maneuver. He's the only person I've seen do this. Right before he hikes the ball to kick it, he spins in circles and runs back and forth a bunch. And I think it's to try to throw off the receivers from which direction he's going to kick the ball.
Definitely an interesting strategy on his part then. I don't know if I've ever seen that. The only person I've ever seen run around is like this one player who does Rudy. So, yeah.
Looks like 7 full circles. And another.
Maybe. Oh. He's
Maybe
just not eating
back and forth.
The game. Maybe this is his,
I think it's going to be a little while.
He has to have the meter just right.
He's really getting into it here. Jukes back and forth.
Got to get lined up.
The meter's going up and down, up and down.
Hike.
He hikes it, and it's 95%. Deep middle ball. Tamed receives it. He's got blockers lined up. He jukes to the left, and he gets tackled by Dre Cortez. Looked like a gain of 19 yards on the play. They're going to be right around the 32-yard line starting off, which isn't really bad field position.
It really isn't. It looks like Cash is going to get into that normal I formation that he is famous for.
Cash Zapatero is into QB. There was some speculation pregame whether or not Troy Briere was going to be quarterbacking. He was seen miking up for the captain position, so we might see a change of quarterbacks partway through this game. We don't know yet, but for now it looks like Cash Zapatero is in his normal quarterback position.
It looks like Troy and
it's a handoff. Handoff to Tamed. Swinging wide left.
The corner.
And he is tackled by Dre Cortez again with the second tackle of the game.
Yeah, it looks like that he has like Troy, Kaz, and Yoshi out as receivers, but I don't. Maybe it was just a little ploy.
They might have drawn them deep just to try to pull heat off of the line so they could run through. We'll see what they do after this. They've got a decent receiving core. They've got a good set of hands out there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they start going to the air.
I mean, you have to think about it. You've got, Tamed, you've got Woody, Kaz, Yoshi, and they still have a pretty good line. They've got, Phoenix and Scooter and, Rosie out there.
Down.
And then they still,
Yeah, they've got Tamed back in that running back position as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if he goes on some short outs for a screen pass as well. With Woody there playing the tight end, he's almost camouflaged as a lineman. If they're not too careful, he's going to break free, and they're going to get some good yards.
I agree on that one, and that's when Cash is definitely going to look for that quick pass.
Looks like that play was another handoff to Tamed, got him a couple yards.
Down. Set.
Really pushing the line on that snap. I was worried there for a minute. And we've got a throw. It's caught by Yoshi. First down. That was impressive. I knew we were going to see it eventually. And it's good to see that they do have those hands we were talking about. This is going to be a very interesting, close game.
Definitely. And like I said, Cash has that, as soon as he can get his momentum, is that rhythm and that momentum down, he's going to get you with that quick pass every time. If you've got to watch for it.
It seemed like a lot of their plays have really been gearing towards the left side of this field. Normally when you see a team in this position, they try to open it out to the right. I wonder if they're using this as a strategy to kind of distract the other team. A lot of defensive teams, when they're playing the opposite side of that ball, they try to head out to the side most open naturally. So they're playing a lot. Oh, there they just did one towards the middle of the field. Looks like that was a quick handoff there to Tamed again, tackled by Odith. Got a few yards. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another first down on this play right here.
Definitely. The other thing is, like you said earlier, if they're not careful, Woody's going to break loose on them, and I don't think they're expecting him to be anything but, maybe that fourth line person on that left side, but they need to be careful.
You can feel the intensity with each play. It seems like Cash is really taking a lot of care to call these plays, pushing that play clock down to about the 15-second mark every time. So, and it's working out for them. They're really capitalizing on the offense. Oh, that looked like a double handoff. Creventarios took it straight through, and just like we said, hold on. We got a flag on the play.
Come back on that. That was, he handed it off to Tame, but, in the mix there, it ended up with a lineman, I think, and back again.
Yeah, there it was. Tamed handed the ball off to Lily Vamps, who handed it back to Tamed. So we got an illegal handoff between a lineman and the running back. And it happens from time to time. I know that a lot of people get into that block mode and accidentally will hand the ball off. It's happened to the best of us, so hopefully it doesn't hurt them too much and they could capitalize and get a first down. Otherwise, that's really going to cripple their first drive, and losing that momentum might be hard to bounce back from. We'll see how they handle it, though.
Definitely. And even, talking about the Bills, we've got, you've got Zany and you've got Lieber out there on their corners. You got Jaden and Dante and their safeties. They're putting it, they've got a good secondary out there, and their line isn't letting them get too far on that run. So, they're holding them pretty well.
So we got a 5-yard penalty. 15 yards is now the goal, and repeating the first down. So they'll have the time to make up for it. Hopefully, this doesn't kill the momentum, and they can actually close that extra 5 yards and keep this drive rolling.
Referee timeout.
Referee timeout.
Maybe it looked like the Bills were having a little bit of trouble getting formations.
It seems like it. You had the offense ready to go. Normally, I mean, unless they'd said something to the referee, normally they would just let it ride out, and if they weren't on the balls, and they would either assess the penalty or allow the play to happen. But if they couldn't get the formations res, then I could see why they would want to stop and allow that. It looked like there was formations res on the defense before they ended up having to move the first down markers, so it could have been what did them in.
So, Michael, while we wait, how are you enjoying the new UFL?
I think the UFL is a breath of fresh air. It's not that there was something wrong with previous leagues under the Second Life Sports umbrella. It's just that I think this allows the sports fan and the sports player a little more liberty to enjoy the sport at its core instead of worrying about a lot of the politics and semantics that came with other leagues that I've been a part of. Looks like Cash is requesting a change to the play clock.
Like they're just trying to get everything reset out there.
Yeah, I think the problem there was Cash had 60 seconds, but they were waiting on the defense to res their formations, and so he lost a good 30, 40 seconds. He was just wanting that time back so he could call the play and get everything sorted. And it looks like they just froze the play clock for him so he could get his stuff handled and once he hikes the ball, things will be moving.
Hey, Raston, we're good.
Waiting to get started again, and there's ball in play.
All right, he's got his 60-second play clock. Ball is back in play. We'll see if they can close this 15-yard distance. If not, we're going to see what the Bills have for offense. Looks like it's a handoff. And Tamed gets tackled right around the line of scrimmage. He might have squeaked maybe a couple yards in there. But it looked like he didn't have too big of a gain on the play.
I'm expecting Cash to really air it out here shortly. He's going to have to get it up there and get that, as you said, momentum going again.
I'm kind of curious to see what he plans on doing if it goes to a fourth down situation. I'm wondering if he's going to be punting the ball or if he'll go for the gold, so to speak, and try to make that fourth down conversion.
I think if they can get a few more yards in the next plays, he'll go for the field goal.
Down, set.
Cash rolls out to the right.
Oh, he's wide open.
Squeaks by with just a couple yards on the play. I think he gained maybe 3.
Yeah. I mean, he was filled for days, and then Jazzy hit her boost and got in there.
They've got 10 yards to go and 2 downs to get there. So they're really in crunch time at this point.
Almost sounds like a country music song there.
I'm thinking they're going to try to do that, the maneuver where they play to the side that they don't have room to try to throw off the defense. I think that Cash is going to air out a pass to Troy Briere, number 43.
Down, set.
Oh, he goes left with it. It's a short pass. It's caught by
Yoshi.
Yoshi catches the ball. Krevin gets the tackle, but they got the first down, so they're still in this drive. We could see an opening scoring drive from the Yellow Jackets very soon.
I'm impressed. He really got that in traffic, Yoshi right there. They're looking good. They are looking good.
They are looking good. I know that there was a few hiccups early on trying to get everything situated. It's really good to see when a team comes together and they actually get everything sorted out and ready to go just before game time. And it seemed like it was a lot of last-minute additions here to the Yellow Jackets lineup, and all of them seem like they're fitting in really well with the rest of the team. I wouldn't be surprised if we've got a playoff contender on our hands.
Definitely. And you have to think about one of the things about some of the players that or with the Yellow Jackets now, in former leagues, they were on Broncos with Cash too, so they still have that chemistry there. It's just they took a chance, went out, did their own, and now they're back, and it looks like it's working for them.
It really does. And, in a situation like that, it could go either way. When you've got that pre-existing team chemistry, one of two things could happen. The pre-existing chemistry could be off-putting to new additions to the team where they just don't feel like they fit in as a cog in the machine that is the team. Or they can fit in because they have the mentorship and guidance and they see something already working. They see that symbiosis already working on the team, and they're able to get right back in, lube up that wheel, and roll with it, which seems to be what happened here with this team.
Cash is going to run
Cash
it again.
takes the ball, gets about 4 yards on that. Now, this is really when it gets crunch time. They're about 10 yards outside of the red zone. So this is when the defense really pulls up their pants and steps in to really drive it home because they don't want to give up that yardage. Because once that red zone marker hits, the offense is going to be going twice as hard to get the ball in the end zone as they were getting it down this far. So this is a critical stop here that the defense is going to have to make before they get to that red zone, or it's going to be everybody upping their game to see which way it goes.
I think if he had not run back so far, he probably could have gotten that first down.
He might have been able to pull it off. I mean, it was a sticky situation because they did have, I think, 2 of the secondary there that actually cheated up to try to keep him from going over that line. He's dropped back. Looks like he's going for the pass. He's rolling out to the left. He did have some room over there. I don't know if he's going to try to take it or not.
He's got a man.
Taking it up the middle.
You had a guy wide open in the end zone. Oh my God.
4th and 1. So we've got easy field goal range here. Let's see what they decide to do. They could put it through the uprights, or they could go for either the run or the short pass to get that 1 yard. Looks like they're going for the kick. I'm not sure who the kicker is for.
It's Cash.
Cash is the kicker as well? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, he's back to kick.
He had Woody wide open in the end zone. I mean, standing there before he took off, if he just let it rip.
In the heat of the moment like that, once you get your eyes in one direction, it's really hard to correct back. And I could see the moment that it happened. As soon as he saw that space on the left, he started to roll that direction, and that's when I knew that he'd committed to trying to make that run. Yeah. If he would have gone like a half a second sooner, he would have been able to close that distance and make it. But it's really hard when you got that pressure of people running straight towards you. Looks like the field goal is good, so we've got a Yellow Jackets lead of 3-0, and the Bills are going to take the field. As the offense now, looks like Cash is going to line up to kick the kickoff. We have in the backfield Crevin. We have
Jaden.
Tuzani, and we have Jaden. Those are actually 3 really good hands. I know Zaney is a longtime vet in the league and the self-proclaimed third best player in the league. So, I mean, it's a lot to live up to, and we'll see how he does.
Okay, third best?
That's. I think that's what he says, isn't it?
Set.
Doesn't he say?
I think what he figure out who's 1 and 2.
I think what I've heard him quote is that he's the third best player in the league. The 1 and 2, I believe, were Frew and Troy at the time. I'm not sure where he puts those now, but he's been quoted to say that. I know Crevin and Jaden are both really good hands. They show up to a lot of pickup games and practices, and they do big things out there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some really good ball movement here from the Bills.
Looks like he's going to take off with it, and brought down by Troy Breer.
Not a bad gain. 2nd and 7 right now. Saw a bit of a gap, decided to run it. Crevin being a rookie quarterback, I think that he's got a lot of potential. I've seen him in action, and he's got the receiving core that good things can happen here with the Bills. Oh, he takes that hole right up the middle.
Wow.
First down, Bills. And that was an easy take on that one, and that was just a lapse in the defense right there.
I totally agree. I mean, wide open, 11 yards before he was just smothered by Yellow Jackets, but wow.
Down, set, hike.
Yeah, that's the
he
other
rolls
thing
out to
about
the
Crevin.
right,
Yeah, he's
gets a key block there. I don't know if he's going to try to take this run or not. He's got stumbled. He could be going down any minute. No, he's dropping back. He's going to have to get that ball up. He airs it out, and it looks like he was just trying to throw it away. He had a couple receivers heading that direction, but it was kind of a crunch time moment. It was get sacked or get that ball out of his hands. And I think he made the right choice there.
I do too. I mean, and he runs that hurry up offense too. So
looks like he's going to take another opening off to the right, and it's a first down.
And more.
And he runs out of the bounds right there at the 29-yard line. That was a big first down. A lot of yards, and if they don't start closing that middle, he's going to keep walking over them all day long. He's not even had to air out the ball. He's just running right up the gut.
Down, set, hike.
Rolls out to the left. That was a very near miss.
A lot of yellow.
He puts the ball up. It's caught by Jaden. Like I said, you got to watch those hands because Jaden really is a very dynamic receiver. He knows how to adjust to the ball. He knows how to be where he needs to be. He's really good at picking up that ball over the defenders to try to cheat it out. So now they're just a few yards out. They're within that red zone. I think we're going to see a touchdown in the next couple plays.
Yep, and they're
right up the gut.
It is.
And a touchdown by Creventeros. That puts them up 6-3. Should be a pretty easy extra point here unless something happens and it gets blocked. We'll see. Creven, he's going to do his dance.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just a pregame ritual.
I don't know, but if you notice, he really caught the Yellow Jackets off guard on that one. They were not ready. They were not set on that.
Down, set,
he took advantage of that hurry up, and their need to get used to, being on the ball in a sense. So.
Well, the extra point was good, putting it up 7-3 in favor of the Bills. Creven's back to kick the ball, so I'm sure we're going to see a lot of circles and jukes and dances and cuts before he kicks it here.
About 7 minutes left to play in the second quarter.
I feel like he needs theme music or something as he's dancing around out there.
Get a little Rocky going for him.
Dun, 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 dun.
And the ball is in play. And he's dancing still. Hopefully he realizes now he only has 1 minute to do it. And there's the kick. Straight up the middle. Looks like Yoshi's got hands on it. He's got 3 lead blockers. Tries to run it right up the gut. He's still alive. And he gets tackled by... Was that Tuzani?
Yeah.
No, that was Jazzy. Jazzy got the tackle on that one.
I am such the worst. I mean, I know I do it for my team, but even doing these, it's like when people get stumbled, it's all I want to do is go, 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 because I want to see you break through the stumble and just keep going.
I've seen it happen. It can happen. If you time your sprint just right, you could do some big things, especially because once they get you in that stumble, they think you're locked in. And they're not in pursuit mode anymore. They're in close mode. So... anything can happen. If you could break through one of those stumbles. Looks like a deep drop back, and the ball is up. Almost an interception.
Gosh.
That was almost an interception by Dre Cortez.
Yeah.
I think Dante was back there as well. Dante's actually got some pretty good hands also. Both of them were closer to that ball than the intended receiver, number 83, Yoshi. I think he just got lucky that didn't end up in the hands of the defenders there.
Oh, definitely. I mean, if he had one more step, he'd have had it.
Down, set.
And a handoff to Tamed.
Handoff.
He's swinging out to the right. He's got blockers. One breaks through, and he stumbled. He picks up just about 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, he got hit by that drive-by on the first time, but, Creven followed up on him. Ash must be really putting something good together to take this, take his time and getting it right.
Down, set.
With right around 10 seconds, I'm just hoping he doesn't slip up and cause a delay of game.
Oh,
And it looks like it was an interception by Dante. They were right there for that last one. Big play to completely change the momentum of this game. So, interception Bills. Hopefully Cash doesn't get too shaken by that, and they can keep their head in the game. I know once you throw that first pick, it could be daunting to get back into it. And it looks like the Bills waste no time to step right into that offensive role. Hiking the ball, and another opening right up the middle. Big gain on the play. They're right around that 39-yard line. We could see another quick touchdown right here.
Definitely. Scooter came in from behind and drug him down.
Down, set, hike.
He rolls out to the right and back to the left. Quick pass, and it's intercepted. Troy Briere, a longtime veteran, also has great hands and one of the top quarterbacks from the league, just picked that ball and said, nope, you're not going to return that ball to us. We're going to just take it right on back. He got his hands on, got the pick, and now it's the Yellow Jackets' drive again.
I mean, it just dropped short. You cannot do that when you got, like you say, hands.
And the thing
Close
is, I think
by.
it might have just been a rushed pass. You know, Krevin is a rookie quarterback, and I know he was probably pumped from that quick turnover and just got a little bit too preemptive on his pass there. Boy, he sure is milking that time. I wonder if he's just milking the play clock. He might be just milking the game clock down, trying to get to the half.
A little bit of ball control.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think maybe he might just want to get to the locker room, talk to the guys, get things sorted out, and come back in because they're at a deficit. It's not a big one, and if they can really milk this drive just right, they could get a score at the end to get the game a little bit closer and head into the half, maybe up, maybe close, and be in a good spot because they're going to have to kick the ball coming out of the half.
Down, set.
And he drops back to pass. He's got a big opening on the right, and he's going to take it. That's an easy first down from Cash Zapatero. He's got a lot of rushing yards on the day. I think both QBs have really saw those opportunities and tried to capitalize by closing that rushing distance every chance they can.
And it's smart, you know.
It really is. A lot of teams will try to rush or force the pass in every situation.
Yeah.
And if you're going to get overboot or if you're going to have that gap every time, take it until they adjust and then air the ball out.
Set.
And that'll just keep that defense on their toes. You know, if you're a one-trick pony, they know exactly how to cover you.
And again, there he goes.
Runs
Up
it
the middle
again.
this time. But you're right. I mean, it's... And I think sometimes, you know, like you talk about pickup games and everything, we get so used to being in those, and it's a passing game and passing, and you forget sometimes that you can run until you have your teammates reminding you.
Down, set.
And he tries to run it up the middle. They said, nope, close that distance. And that's going to put us in a 3rd and 5 situation. It's kind of a critical moment. They've got to get these 5 yards. I don't know if they're going to be able to air the ball out and get it through the uprights from this distance.
You know, this is that time where Cash's quick pass may be the best thing he can have in his little arsenal.
down, set,
Drops back for a short pass up the middle. He passed it right to the line of scrimmage for no yards.
gain. So, what do? Under 2 minutes. Just at the edge of where you could do it.
If they milk the timeout, they're going to have 1 minute or less than a minute left on the clock. I don't think they can put it through the uprights from this distance. It'd be a very impressive kick if they did. So I think they're going to just, it looks like they're going to go for it. As long as they wait for the play clock to run out before they hike the ball, it'll allow the defense less than a minute to get the ball down the field. Oh, he's punting.
He's going to punt it.
Okay. Well, it looks like he's probably just going to milk it out to the last minute, then squib this kick, burn more play clock, and, well, looks like he didn't want to milk the entire clock out.
Oh,
and it was a touchback. That was just an unfortunate situation. An inch to the left, and it would have gone out of bounds at the 1 and been the perfect punt. But instead, they're right around that 20-yard line. Yeah.
He didn't get the hop he wanted.
Down, set,
Crevin drops back. Looks like he's going to try to take this gap. No, he drops back again. The ball is in the air, and it is caught by Dante. Still up. He just dropped. They got right around 50 seconds to make something happen. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it unless they play those corners. Okay, we got a timeout from the Bills. Looks like they're going to try to make this drive happen. If they can get within about 30 to 40 yards, they could at least get a field goal through the uprights.
Yes, Cash, just have him come over here so that I can get him registered and stuff.
Looks like Cash is going to bring in a player during this timeout also.
Just have him come over here, yeah.
All right, bringing in a player. I'm not sure who we're bringing in here. Does anybody know who wasn't here on the roster?
I think Runa was running a little, maybe.
Yeah, Runa's not registered currently, so it looks like it's going to be Runa Sweetwater.
Yeah, I didn't see Ryrie either, so...
Yeah, there's Runa right there. They're getting her registered up. And I know she's a starter, so maybe that'll be the difference that they need to stop this drive before the half and get things going after the half.
Just let me know when you're ready, Craven.
Sorry, what was that?
Just let me know when you're ready.
Roger.
Getting set again.
Okay. Looks like they're all lined up and ready to go, waiting for the defense. All right, everybody's good to go. Ball's about to go in play. We'll see if they can make something happen in this last 41 seconds.
Like, yeah. Trips.
Down, set, hike.
He rolls out to the left. He's going to try to run it. I'm not sure what he was doing there. They're going to have to take another timeout and quick.
He got a loss of 1 on that one. You know, stop by Woody.
I'm not sure why they didn't take a timeout if they're going for it. So they just burned a good 10 seconds.
Down, set, hike.
Gonna have to.
And the bomb is up. And it is picked by Troy Briere, his second interception of the game. They said, get out of here. There's 8 seconds left. I don't know if there's going to be a Hail Mary pass or if they're just going to take a knee. Yeah, I mean, it's...
I want to see the Hail Mary.
I want to see the Hail Mary. I want to see which team comes down with it. Looks like
I'm like you. I want to see him go for it.
Yeah, they've got a trips to the left here. Trips left. Yeah, they're definitely going to be going for a Hail Mary pass. It's going to be right up the middle. They've got Troy Briere
Down, set,
right there on the left as well. He's been playing on the right this whole time, so they put him on that left just for this deep pass right up the middle. And Tam comes down with the ball. Didn't really do anything because it's right at the half. He got the ball, but there was a bunch of people there, and he couldn't do anything with it. But good effort. Maybe we'll see them airing out the ball a little bit now that they know they can trust the hands. It's anybody's game at this point. We've got a 4-point deficit. That's a 1-score difference. The Bills have the ball now, but that's twice now they've had a drive where they have had a turnover from Troy Briere picking the ball. So,
yeah, I mean, definitely, if he's in the area, they need to be, he's just one of those that can come down with it.
He really is. He's a very dynamic player. He can play quarterback. He can play a lineman. He can play defensive end. He can play a running back. He can play a receiver. And today he's showing that he can step up into a secondary role and a receiver role and really produce. And he's put up those numbers today. So he's been a definite asset for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah. Like I said, you have to think, with Cash, he's bringing back Scooter, Woody, Tamed. He's got long time Hippie, with him, Runa, Kendall. He's got his core and then added more core back to it. So, like you said, once that team gets a hold of and just meshes, they're going to be a contender in all of this. I mean, and people, you may want to, you may think, underestimate. They're not going to be a team when it comes down to it that you want to underestimate.
Absolutely. I think both these teams, honestly, are going to be contenders for those playoff spots. And they've shown on both sides of the ball that they've got the defense to make the stops and the offense to make it happen. But right now we've got, the immovable object that's getting pummeled by the unstoppable force. You don't know which way it's going to go. And with a gap this small of just 4 points, I mean, it's a nail-biter. We don't know who's going to come with the victory of this game.
Definitely. And I love that right there. 4 points.
I mean, it's a blow-for-blow matchup. You don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. To see that again it's just awesome. I think it's great. It just shows that everybody's taking the time to really put together some teams that are going to match up against each other equally.
Absolutely. And whoever does come out on top today, I've got a good feeling we're going to see in week 2 because with the buys being granted to those who have the largest margin of victory in the first week of play, this is such a tight game. I can't imagine this being in the running for the largest margin of victory unless things just go landslide mode this half. I think we're going to see a tight game, a hard-fought game all the way to the end, and whoever comes out victorious, I think we're going to see going against one of the other teams next week.
I agree.
Looks like they're just getting situated right now.
Like they're taking just a quick break. On that note, I will return to you in just a moment.
Okay.
I have a dog that wants out.
Not a problem. For those of you just tuning in for the first time, the UFL is the newest iteration of football within the social engineered game Second Life. It is scripted, full-featured team versus team football. It follows a long line of leagues that have had a degree of success and for one reason or another ended. And this is the current running system that's out there. So if you are a football player or it was something that would be interested to you, you can contact any of the owners of the UFL and they would put you in contact with teams that are currently recruiting players because there are still some teams with slots on their roster who are looking for players. So if you're currently tuned in and it's something you'd be interested in, there's definitely opportunities out there. It looks like they're ready to go.
Okay.
Did that just happen? Did Cat just leave because of her pet?
Yes, her dog had to go outside.
What's going on, Mike? How you doing tonight?
How's it going? We got Cal Kwan, one of the owners of the UFL here. You want to say a few things about how they would get in contact with you guys if they're interested in becoming a player?
Yeah, absolutely. You guys can check out www.uflsl.com. And once you get to the website, you can click on the team tab and click on any team you want, and you'll see the owners. And just like Mike said, there are definitely several teams still looking for players. As you know, we've started the tourney today, obviously, but the regular season won't start until sometime in January. So still plenty of time to join the team, get plugged in, mesh with that team, and get yourselves ready for the upcoming season.
Awesome. So there you go. Visit the website, and you can get registered and reach out to some teams that need you, because there's definitely teams that need you. So we had the opening kickoff. Looked like it was a touchback. The Bills are going to come out in their same formation they've been in. Hopefully things change a little bit and they don't get as many gaps to run it up the gut, and we see them air out the ball a little bit, although they may be hesitant to air that ball out because the last 2 drives when they did, it's resulted in an interception. It's like Crevin's juking left and right. He drops back a little bit. He's all the way in the end zone. He needs to get that ball out of there. He airs it out to the right. It's caught by Dante, and he goes down with just about a 5-yard gain. That was a risky play right there. He backed up a long way to get 5 yards.
Yeah, he sure did, and I think it was good. A veteran like Dante kind of bailed him out, coming back up to help his QB in trouble.
Absolutely. It's not a bad position either. They've only got 5 yards to go and 3 downs to do it. I think that if they can close the gap just a little bit,
Timeout, Bills.
this is a team that would go for it on 4th. Looks like a Bills timeout.
Ooh.
Not sure what the reasoning is yet. Maybe they lost a player.
Yeah, it looks like whoever playing center is not there at the moment.
Yeah, they've got,
crashing player on the field.
looks like Timmy Tennant here is currently in crashing mode. They'll get him off the field and get a replacement, and we'll get things going.
Sometimes you don't want to burn a timeout so quickly, but sometimes you have to.
Sometimes you have to, absolutely. That leaves them with 2. And granted, they only used 1 timeout on the last half. I was kind of surprised that they didn't go for another timeout after that first play. They actually lost a good 15 seconds on that, and I think they had to play catch-up a little bit, and that's why it resulted in that interception.
You know what's good about the Bills now? You know, they've pretty much joined forces with the Charger team, and you know, the Charger team core was basically a bunch of rookies, and I think I'm always happy to see that, because that means the league is healthy with rookies entering it and playing. You know what I mean? So it's kind of good to see that the Bills have kind of joined forces with the Chargers.
Absolutely, and the rookie core that came from the Chargers is actually some of the better players right now. They're really showing that they're going to be contenders this year, even as rookies. Which is always good to see. I mean, it happened with the Warriors in the first season of the CFL. A lot of rookies on the team, and the team worked really well and got really far in the season. And then last season we had a lot of rookies on the Raiders, and they were performing really well before the season ended preemptively. Looks like Crevin's rolling out to the left. He almost gets tackled. Whew, that was a risky pass, but he got it up. And it was slightly overthrown. Looks like his intended receiver was Zaney.
User disconnected from your channel.
Uh-oh, we lost somebody.
Mayday.
I'm back.
Down, set, hike.
And it looks like a little run up the middle. I mean, he keeps doing it, and they keep giving it to him, so why not take it? Gets tackled by, looks like it was Tammed that got the tackle on that, but he got another first out of it.
Down, set, hike.
Rolls out to the left, and he's going to take that hole as well. And another first down. At this rate, he's just going to nickel and dime it all the way down the field to a touchdown.
Very smart, taking what the defense is giving him. Very smart.
Yeah, as we were saying earlier, a lot of teams will try to force something or get too flashy with it, but if you can keep it simple and just get those yards and get those first downs, it's just as effective, if not more so.
Oh, he
puts the ball up. It's a deep one. Slightly overthrown. It looked like there was just a little bit of confusion there. It looks like Jaden was back there for it and stopped just a little bit short. If he would have been a little bit deeper, I think we could have seen a touchdown play right there.
I agree on that one.
He might have just misjudged it just a tad bit.
Down, set, hike.
Rolls out to the left. He's got a big opening. It's a short pass. Oh, barely incomplete. That was going to Woody. I'm not sure what happened there. Another disconnect. They could be flustered after the 2 picks or really trying to play it safe with their pass and catch, but it looked like he was on path to catch the ball and stepped just a little bit off to the side to miss it. And he's going to take the opening. Gets about 5 on the play. 4th and 5 situation. I think they'll punt it here. I'm not sure. I mean, it's been a really close game.
Go for it.
He's going for it. It's a risky move. I mean, this is going to be very solid field position for the Yellow Jackets if they can make the stop.
But this is rookie confidence.
It really is. I mean, it could be confidence, could be hubris. We'll see how it plays out.
He's got
the ball is up, and it is caught. They get the first down. 4th down conversion for the first. That was a very big play. It was caught by Dre Cortez, I believe is how you pronounce that. That was a key play right there, and that could be the motivating drive that gets this ball all the way to the end zone.
Down, set, hike.
I mean, that was a big conversion. I mean, that was crunch time. Ball's up again. Looks like they're getting a little more confidence in their passing game. Pater gets the catch. Doesn't get too much yak yards after he gets that catch, but you know what? Gets a good solid 20 yards down the field. And we're almost within the red zone again. Last time we were in the red zone, as soon as they got into the red zone, the very next play, it was a touchdown. So we'll see if it's the same production rate when they get to the red zone this time.
He's going to run it again.
Running up the middle. They're in the red zone right around that 12-yard line. So could be a touchdown here, could be a first down. We'll see what they do with it. Last time, they kind of had really good field position, and he just had to lunge forward and get right in the end zone. So
down, set, hike.
Rolls out to the left, sees an opening, takes it up the middle, and we've got another. They are 2 for 2 on red zone. As soon as they got in the red zone, the next drive, touchdown. He just made that look easy.
Yeah, just watching that and knowing how tough some of those veteran, defense guys are. Crevin's got a really good line there in front of him. I mean, they're holding tight, and they're really giving him those opportunities.
They really are, and that's one of the things that's most underrated, I think, is the line. A lot of people think, oh, it's just a lineman, all I do is block. But honestly, a good line makes or breaks a team. If you have good linemen, they're going to cause the opportunities for all the superstars of the teams to make the plays happen.
And that's true, because on your O-line, if you have a good O-line, they're going to get you the time you need to make those plays.
Absolutely.
Right, Cal?
Definitely. And the score update, I know some people
3 to 14.
The update is. It's 14-3 Bills lead.
That's going to bring it to a 2-score game. The Yellow Jackets are going to have to get a score on this drive, and
we're making some change-outs.
Looks like some substitutions from the Bills.
Line changes.
It kind of seems to me that the Bills' confidence is progressing.
I said we changed players.
It's definitely gone up. I think that's just comes from coming into this very first game with a lot of rookies, including a rookie QB. There's going to be some hesitation in there. And it was a bit of a slow start. They got their first touchdown, followed by 2 interceptions. It had to be a bit of a confidence degradation. So coming back into it and seeing some big production, some big gains on the run, some big gains on some passes, you can hear it in his voice that he's now regained that initial confidence. And I think they're going to really try to roll with that momentum.
They've definitely lost the butterflies for sure.
Looks like we got plenty of time here because Krevin likes to do his dance before he kicks it.
Sounded like he was bringing in a crash player, so maybe they're good.
There's his jukes and his rolls and his spins.
Down, set, hike.
And 100% kick right up the middle. And it'll be a touchback.
Let's see what Cash is going to do now.
It's like that same I formation. He's going to roll with it. They're gonna. The benefit of the Yellow Jackets in this situation is they've got a lot of veteran players and a lot of people that know that in these situations you have to keep a level head. So I don't think they're going to let the deficit get them flustered, and they can really try to bunker in and play catch up, which is what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to keep a level head and really get the wheels moving.
Down. Set.
Cash drops straight back, and the ball is already up. It's a quick pass out to the right. Troy Briere catches it.
Uh-oh.
He's going to get in for that cadence. I know I didn't hear the hike.
I heard the hike, but I don't know if I heard the hike before the ball was snapped, but I definitely heard the hike. I didn't see the lineman step over.
They're definitely seeing something we didn't.
Illegal offensive line.
Now hold on.
I wonder if he made a line change. It did not.
No one has informed me.
Exactly.
The last person I knew that was on your line.
They switched out Runa for.
They brought Runa
Rosie.
in while they were on defense or at the half.
Yes, and did not, inform the ref of a new line person.
Okay.
That is unfortunate. A minor clerical glitch of not getting your line updated on behalf of the Yellow Jackets. Ends in what was a big play. He was still on his feet and could have taken that ball. Who knows how far? Ended in a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, and the funny part to that is, that's what Craven was trying to do before we started back in the half is, he wanted to make sure that his changes were in.
Absolutely.
If he needed to make one. So, it's
and
unfortunate.
It could be a perk of being a rookie in his situation because he's came into this league where that's been the way things are done. That's all he knows. Whereas a veteran like Cash has seen it done a dozen different ways where you don't need to declare linemen or this, that, and whatnot. So when you're not as familiar with the rules, another big catch, Yoshi gets that one, and they're just around 3 yards from the first down marker. They did give him the first back on that last one, so it's 2nd and 4 now. They've got plenty of time and a few yards to go. So I think that they're going to really keep this momentum going.
Down, set, hike.
And it looks like a change to the quarterback here. Troy Briere is going to come in. A lot of blockers. Inches up. It's a 3rd and 1 situation. I think they're just going to get a quick run, get this yard, and start with a fresh set of drives with Troy Briere, a coalition bowl. He was not the winner, but he went to the coalition bowl as quarterback with the Ravens, and then was a member of the Seahawks in the 2nd season of the CFL. He's definitely an accomplished quarterback and can make big things happen here. Just like I said, ran it in for that first, and now we're going to see if he can air this ball out. This is a whole new ball game.
Troy will definitely air it out. That's the difference between him and Cash for sure.
And it looks like Troy moves back to a receiver slot.
Wow.
Interesting.
Maybe it was just something he decided he needed a clutch moment change, or maybe they're testing the waters to see what would happen. But
or maybe he just had to use the bathroom real fast.
maybe that's it. A screen pass. Looked like a backward screen pass too.
Screen pass.
Oh, interesting.
And he gets the first. And wide open.
Wow. Oh no.
Big gain. Big gain of 20+ yards there. They're now right around that 45-yard line. I think we're going to see a scoring drive on this one.
The momentum is definitely in their favor right now.
Definitely, I think maybe that little mind game of the switching them up may have gotten the Bills a little off their game there.
By rotating out the quarterbacks, maybe they're trying to play the shell game, so to speak, and keep them on their toes because they don't know who they're going to be out there covering. They don't know who's going to be throwing the ball.
You have to think about that, too, is, think about it this way. Tamed, he is a QB, too. So when he's in that running back spot,
And we got an interception. Looks like Zaney gets hands-on, and the ball is going to be going the other way. And that is a momentum killer right there. It's hard to bounce back from things like that. You know, you're rolling down the field, things are looking up, and just in the blink of an eye, everything changes.
Yeah, that's the second time on that second, couple of times now to that side though. That's the second. There was one missed one, but you know.
Yeah, we're doing a line change. Odith for Ghost.
There he goes. He's making sure he's got his line change in there.
Okay.
And we've had a lot of line changes from the Bills today.
And Jeff is also on the
I don't know
line
if it's
now.
out of necessity or out of just desire to make sure everybody gets some game time. Because it seems like there's been a lot of moments where they've just rotated people for the sake of just getting other bodies on the field.
Oh, wow.
He's out to the
Jackets
right.
really rushed in hard on that
and the ball is short. It almost looked like he was throwing it away. It could have just been a misclick on that, but he threw it really short. He rolls out to the left. He's got a lot of people chasing him down. It's a quick pass. Jaden catches it for the first. Nickel and dime passes like that, I've seen teams completely excel at just that pass and get very far with it. So if they continue, it's worked really well for them every time that they've tried that short pass this game. If they can keep it up, we could see another score from the Bills here. Oh, and a big stop by Scooter Koala. Busts through the line, says you're going to eat grass, and tackles Krevin in the backfield. Looks like
that was coming. You knew it. I mean, sooner or later, Scooter was going to get through, and that's all she wrote.
As a loss of 9 on the play, which is huge. And another stop here. I don't know if they're going to be able to shake that off. He didn't even hesitate to run up the middle, didn't even look for somebody to throw it to on that play. I think that he's just rattled by that big 9-yard loss.
Starting to look like the Yellow Jackets are figuring a way through the offensive line of the Bills.
Well, you think about it. They just did a line change, too. So you've got some new guys in there. You know, they're maybe not warm to the...
Wow. Ooh.
That was close. Krevin dropped deep. He gets the pass. It's a fumble. It was recepted by Jaden, dropped by Jaden, recovered by Jaden, and then tackled just before the first down.
4th and 1. Oh, wow.
His hands were greasy, but he said, nope, this fumble's not going to be on me. Picked it back up, got a couple more yards with it. Not quite enough for the first, but it put him in good position to get it. 4th and 1, they're definitely going for it. And that's it. He gets tackled.
Wow.
Did he fly?
No.
I know. I'm like...
it looked like somebody might have flown.
Did anybody else see that?
I thought I saw a player fly into him, but it could have just been my eyes playing tricks on me. But
I swear, it looked like he just dove. I mean, is the dive back?
It's like he
Did someone not tell us?
He just slid into the tackle. Like it almost looked like he slipped. Maybe the field was a little wet.
Okay, they're going to analyze that.
So
maybe it rained early today. I don't know.
I think it's being questioned on the field also.
I think so. I wish that I could instant replay. If I had a second box capturing the footage on a second streaming card, then I could play it back, but we're going to have to wait until after the game to see what really happened, what really went down.
Sometimes this is when you want to go, okay, those of you out there watching, what did you see?
We have a surprising 57 people currently tuned in, so maybe they saw something that we didn't. Looks like only about 15 or so actually have accounts they're logged into so they can chat, and the rest of them are probably just tuned in from the link and don't have Twitch accounts. But if anybody has insight as to what just went down, feel free to shoot it our way.
Katia Wilder, N-World, I am me
on
now.
that play, it looked like him that either jumped or flew.
And it's confirmed. Raz saw it too. So we weren't crazy. We did see somebody fly. I think they're going to bring it back and give him another chance for that 4th and 1. Yeah, I think that's probably what happened. Somebody said the logo prim will throw you off the ball sometimes if you sprint just right.
Yeah.
It looked like whoever it was lunged really quickly from the middle of the field to the tackle, and he went down. I think everybody was just kind of surprised by what happened, because it was like nobody was there, and all of a sudden distance closed, and there's the sack. So I think that's going to get reverted and repeated. I don't think it was anything that was intentional. So
definitely looking back, it's let's see, Krevin tackled by Tane for a loss of 7.
Because it looked like Tane flew of some sort, or tripped, or lightly jumped.
Is there any way we can turn fly off on the stand?
I believe it is. That's why I'm kind of looking around to see if there's anything.
Look up at the thing.
I see this land is fly. This land has flying disabled. No flying.
Flight is turned off on this episode. So I'm not sure what he's going for.
Yeah, flying.
It's definitely turned off.
You have to override it.
All right.
So I'm not too sure, but I'm just going to revert that.
All right, so we're going to have another opportunity for the 4th down conversion.
So you're reverting the play?
They're just undoing it and redoing it.
The downside is now the Yellow Jackets know that they're going for it, so they know to kind of prepare for it. Maybe we'll see like a goal line formation, something to try to get that stop going. All right. Oh, attempt number 2. They've got trips to the right here. So it looks like they might try a short pass. And no, he holds on to it. And it's caught by Pater, who gets the first and then some. I think that's their first 4th down conversion. Is that the first time they've gone for it?
The second one.
Is it the second Bills 4th down? I know that the Yellow Jackets had one.
Yeah,
and he's got open field, puts the ball up. This is going to be it. Easy touchdown. Oh, and he didn't sprint it out. Zany got stopped on the 2-yard line. It looked like he was in a jog and not a sprint on that one, and all he had to do was sprint a little bit, and that would have been a touchdown.
That should have been a score.
Down, set, hike.
Just little mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, I think had he kept his line, maybe it'd have been a little different, but he did move around.
And tried to get it back to Zany.
The end zone. But, you know, I think, you know, that may have been Zany's downfall, is he had that little juke that put him that second off, and Tane caught him.
Down, set, hike.
Bringing in
he drops back. Passes up.
There it is.
That one is caught by Krevin. Touchdown, Bills. I think that's going to put the nail in here. They're 3 scores up now. If they can convert this extra point, which should be easily through the uprights. They've had no problems kicking, especially with Krevin's dance maneuvers he does here. He gets his boogie on, and then he seems to really rock out that kick. So. Ooh, and one of the fans messaged in, and that's why he's 3rd best in the league.
Down,
looks like a little jab.
He puts it to the uprights, 21-3. Bills lead. They're up by 3 scores. I don't know if the Yellow Jackets are going to be able to come back in just the 8:41 that's left in the last quarter of this game. I've seen stranger things happen, but it's going to be a long shot.
I've seen stranger things happen.
Definitely. And I just want to remind everybody that points do matter in this tourney, that the 2 teams with the highest margin of victory in the first round will be able to get a bye week in the second round. So they'll get a bye. They won't have to face anybody in the second round. And that's just because of the fact that we had 12 teams, and that's an odd number for a tourney that you kind of have to do a couple of byes. And so that is the rule for this tourney.
I think Craven heard that a little, you know, and he's decided that they need some more points so they can sit out and watch.
Maybe they just want to watch the teams play next week.
I know.
We've got a pretty nice 18-point lead right now.
Down, set, hike.
And with the teams a lot closer in skill level this year, there's no telling, what the rest of the season's game's going to be like. So it looks like Troy's going to receive that ball, receive the kick, and he's going to get right around the 31-yard line. They've been getting really good field position every single reception or every single kickoff. They've been getting really good field position there as the Yellow Jackets. I don't know if that's just that synergy we were talking about earlier as far as blocking goes that gets them that extra mile on those kicks, but they're doing really well with them. Looks like they've got Kaz back in the running back position now instead of Tamed. And Cash drops back. No pressure whatsoever. He throws it directly to Tamed.
Oh.
And they've got the ball again. Let's see here. All right. Or not to Tamed. Sorry. I thought I saw Tamed's name pop up.
It looked like Odith got it.
Yeah, Odith got that
Turnover.
one. I was just talking about Tamed. He was fresh in my head, so I thought Tamed. But. So, I mean, that's a huge, huge play because now, very first play after the kick, interception. They've got great field position to increase the gap on in this game. And Krevin rolls out to the left. Puts the ball up. He's getting really, really risky with those, but he gets the ball up to Zaney, who didn't sprint again and looked like he had open field past that catch, and instead he got the distance closed behind. He could have been in a stumble, but I mean, this is so back and forth. This game is, as far as interceptions go. Krevin's going to take it up the middle for another touchdown. That's a 4-score lead now. Making it 27-3. As soon as they get this extra point, it's going to be 28-3. I don't see this one coming back. I think it's a runaway train at this point.
I think you're absolutely right there.
Usually in these situations, once the nail starts to get driven in, the momentum increases on the winning side, decreases on the losing side, and it just turns into a landslide.
And it just seems every time the Yellow Jackets get something going, the Bills get a big play to kind of end that momentum.
It's been a big half. I mean, we went into the half with a 4-point difference, with 3-7 at the half. It's been an insane second half of play.
My bad.
Maybe that could just be accounted to the Bills keeping fresh players on the field. With all of the line changes, they've been bringing fresh feet in, fresh eyes in. Mm-hmm. It seemed like, twice a quarter. And that could be what's making the difference here.
I don't think teams recognize how valuable it is to have a good water boy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Get that fresh
H2O
or Gatorade.
Yeah. I mean, on the Warriors, we got Sikakiri. He's the water boy. Keeps us hydrated, Every team needs one.
Ref, we're making a change up.
And Sick is a great water boy. He really is.
Yeah, he really
He's passionate about his job.
Yeah,
yes,
I agree.
He is. And it looks like the Bills are making another change. So I feel like I'm watching hockey with them at the moment because, they make line changes almost every time now. So 3 in, 3 out, 1 in, 1 out. So a little hockey thing going on over there.
I think that Zaney might just be stepping it up here to prove a point. He's the self-proclaimed third best player in the league, and he's playing against Troy Briere on the other team, one of the players that he had ranked over himself.
One of the 1 or 2.
So maybe he's trying to drive it up to becoming the self-proclaimed second best player in the league.
Maybe. Didn't he have hats or something made for that too? Or shirts?
I think he's got shirts that say like Zany knows or something like that, or Zany knows best, or there's some catchphrase that he's got. I don't know if the shirts are the third best in the league or something along those lines, but I know that he's got a shirt that he got made up.
That's hilarious.
So we've got a lot of great teams. Does anybody have any predictions on who might come out with a victory in this tournament. I mean, it's anybody's game.
Yeah, you got a lot of solid teams out there. You know, you have the Panthers kind of revamping themselves. Obviously, you got your team out there, Dolphins. You know, the Kings, you know, they're coming along. You know, they're definitely, the competition is definitely thick. You know, the Warriors were kind of building something special as well. You always got the pesky Titans there. So, I mean, there's a lot of great teams in this tourney, so.
Absolutely. Looks like another pick is thrown on the very first play of that drive. Jaden grabbed that one, got tackled almost immediately, but we're just going to keep seeing these quick throws gone up with a little bit less confidence than in the beginning, and it's capitalizing for the Bills. The ball is up. Oh, this could be... Oh, wow. A big catch by Pater. I wasn't expecting to see that. I mean, I was expecting to see a pick. He was looked like triple coverage, and he just took that half step back, came down with the ball, and got a huge gain on the game.
Takes a lot of pressure off a rookie QB when he has great receivers that can do plays like that.
Absolutely. And so this is 2 substitutions in this drive.
But, you know, he's making sure that they're in there. There's no question. He's not going to get the penalty for it.
Absolutely. He's definitely going about it the proper way. Looks like he's got trips right. I think we're going to see a pass out to that open right side of the field. Looks like they've got Cash out there covering. They've got Tamed back in the safety spot. And Scooter looks like he's going to try to cheat in, so he might have a couple receivers open on that right side. Oh, he's going to just take it up the middle, get about a 5-yard gain. I think we're going to see another touchdown from the Bills this drive.
You know, I agree with you, unless there's another fumble and the Yellow Jackets recover.
Could be another fumble. The one fumble we've seen this game, usually we see more than one, but the one we've seen this game was dropped by Jaden and picked back up by Jaden. So we could be due for some more fumbles before the end of this football game. Crevin rolls out to the right, throws the ball. Looks like it is caught by Crevin, and he almost makes it in. He's down with just a couple yards to go. They're rocking that red zone. Let's see if they can go 3 for 3 on as soon as they get in the red zone, getting that conversion. I think they're going to keep with that pace of once they get in the red zone, touchdown. Rolls out to the left. He's got lots of room and some open receivers. Oh, and he just overthrows him. Looks like the receiver stopped his route. And could have easily been a touchdown. Just a miscommunication. It happens to the very best of teams. I still think we're going to see a touchdown, but didn't happen on that first one. So I still think they're going to be 3 for 3 on red zone touchdowns.
I got a couple more drives. But again, you know, there's a flag for some reason.
Dead ball penalty.
The biggest thing on this is, that's a
false
start.
So they're going to lose a little bit of yards here.
The Yellow Jackets have got to get on their balls. I'm seeing some players like at the very last minute, so they're not set.
Well, this wasn't against the Yellow Jackets. This would have been against the Bills.
No, I'm just saying. No. What I was saying, like that last play.
Oh, they weren't ready for the play to start.
They weren't set. Yeah, I mean, their DE. There was like one of the DEs that was not on their ball yet.
Let's see if I don't know if they're going to talk on it or just. Okay, it looks like Raz is coming out to speak on what happened here. Maybe, maybe not. I think he's just going to take those 5 and roll with it.
So while we take this moment, everybody don't forget tomorrow night, Packers and Patriots will be duking it out to see who makes it to the next round. And
that's going to be an excellent game against 2 veteran squads that have brought back a lot of players. A lot like what we're seeing with the Yellow Jackets. The Packers have that family mindset, oddly enough, the Ohana Packers, and Ohana meaning family. They truly do seem like a family. They've got a lot of close-knit players, just like a lot of these other veteran teams, playing against the Patriots, who have been together for a very long time as well. So it's going to be a very close game. Both teams have a lot of skill. And another touchdown throw to Crevin. That's what? Was that Crevin? I think that was Crevin.
Craven threw it.
Crevin threw the ball to Zaney. Okay,
and
that's what Zaney's third touchdown, I think.
Second or third, yep.
Zaney's really putting the numbers up there. I think he is driving that point home. He's trying to notch himself up. I think
that chip on his shoulder may be getting a little smaller. So, but you're right. You know, we've noticed that there's some Packers from back in the day are back. Really helping out the squad, so it'll be a good match.
So what we originally predicted to be a close game at the half has turned into a runaway with 35-3 now. All right, it looks like we're going to see Crevin's kickoff dance here again. At least he's consistent with it, right?
Yes, he is consistent.
Well, looks like he's going all the way to the end of the line there.
Rudy this time.
All right, we made a substitution.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
he was just notifying substitution. It's like a 95% kick to the left side of the field. And it is picked up by Tamed, who's carrying it off towards the right. He cuts to the middle. He had an opening. Oh, man, he had an opening there, but he got barely stumbled from behind. And that could hit you at the worst possible moment. You could see that light at the end of the tunnel and no, I'm gone. I'm going to get this gap, and I'm gone. And then right when you think you're free, you get stumbled from behind, and you get tackled.
Yellow Jackets have right at 5 minutes, so let's see what they can do.
I think we could see at least one more score from the Yellow Jackets for the end of this game, at least.
At least.
Looks like they've got Troy in that quarterback position again. He's rolling off to the left. He's got a lot of deep receivers.
Oh, way deep, way deep. Go, go, go. Oh, coming back.
He's got an opening across the middle. And it is caught by Cash. So the receiver steps to quarterback and throws the ball to the previous quarterback for a reception and a big gain. You don't see that often, but it worked out for him here. Let's see if they're keeping Troy Briere in that quarterback position.
Yeah.
They're going to keep the ball rolling. I don't know if it's going to stay this way to the end, but...
yeah, it seemed that they should have kept the switch when they did it earlier. But they decided not to.
It resulted in 3 interceptions, I think. 3 additional interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Cash was just...
There it is. There it is.
And another big reception there by Kaz.
Knightley this time.
Gets tackled by Crevin, gets big yards. Things are really working out here with this change to the lineup. So I don't know if this is going to be a permanent thing or if we're going to at least see it towards the end of the game. But Troy's stepping up and saying, hey, I was known as one of the best quarterbacks, and I'm going to show you I still got it. And that's what he's doing out here today.
Well, definitely, Zaney thinks he is.
Drops back to the left. Looks like he might take this one in for about 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Yeah, big difference. Big difference in the play. After 3 drives that were interceptions on the very first play, they've actually moved the ball down to the opposite side of the field, and they're almost in that red zone range.
Yep, and he's got the hurry up going too now. So
absolutely. Rolls
not
out to the right, and he's got space for days. He almost took it, dropped back, put the ball up to the corner, and it's caught by Cash. Big touchdown play.
Cash looked like Megatron on that play.
That was amazing. He came out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it to go to Cash, and all of a sudden he just sweeps in from the side. Big touchdown play. It might not be enough to bring them back into this game, but it's going to get them motivated to fight it out to the bitter end.
And, you never really get a chance to see Cash receive, but, he definitely looks like he's very capable out there. So maybe they will eventually do this kind of change.
We could see a permanent lineup happening here. It's not that Troy's a bad receiver because he's got hands too, but that combination right there was a 1-2 punch that worked. The kick is good. Puts the score at 10-35 now. A difference of 25 points. Like I said, I don't see them making that up, but they're going to fight this out to the bitter end. And we might see another score. That was a really quick drive. I mean, that was under 2 minutes.
And I agree with you, but maybe that is kind of that boost they needed a little earlier. They've got it now. Let's see, maybe an onside. Possibly.
They might go for the onside. It'd be kind of risky with this amount of time left to do it. Oh, I think we're going to see an onside kick. It's an onside. Zany grabs it.
Wow.
He had space, but he got stumbled.
It didn't go far enough.
Well, I don't think he could be slighted for that because it didn't touch the ground. It would have gone 10 yards if Zany wouldn't have caught it. Mm-hmm. So the ball was still in the air. Zany caught the ball. It never hit the ground. So I don't think he could be slighted for the ball not moving 10 yards if it never touched the ground. On that? Well, it should have just been a kick recovery by Zany.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have the opportunity to travel to the ground, and it was still mid-flight, 8 yards in. It would have definitely gone its 10 yards before hitting the ground. Or at least bounced 10 yards, easily. But Zany grabbed it before it could have. So, I mean, you can't really... Like, if one of the Yellow Jackets would have grabbed it out of the air before it hit the ground, it definitely would have been a penalty because it has to hit the ground 10 yards beyond. So...
Yeah.
Let's see what Raz says.
Yeah, it's got to go 10 yards. And the ruling on that is... Come on,
now they're saying 10 yards, but I'm not sure why they were ruling it.
You can either take the kick at the 40, you can take the ball at the 40, or 40, or they re-kick it.
So yeah, we'll take the ball.
Okay.
So they've given him the option to take the ball or
now I don't agree with this call here. I think that it should the position should have stood where it was because the ball never touched the ground. I mean it would have easily traveled 10 yards if Zany wouldn't have pushed so far forward. He made the right move in doing so because he snatched the ball out of the air. It's just like a blocked kick. If you block a kick, you can take the ball from that position and run with it. You can go with a blocked kick. I don't know if I 100% agree with this. Just because the ball didn't touch the ground and it was snatched at around the 8-yard line, still in flight. But I'm not a referee. I'm a commentator. So.
Right.
Special shout out to Dirty Dog.
Who?
Special shout out to Dirty Dog.
It's random, I know. Somebody watching the stream. They keep yelling at Brucey on the stream too. I think that's hilarious.
Looks like there's some deliberation. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Roz is just trying to get everything set up or...
Someone was bringing in a crash player also, so...
Okay.
It's not over till it's over. You have to have everybody.
It's like the fans are in a bit of an uproar over that ruling as well. I don't think it's the last we're going to hear about this ruling, but...
Well,
there's nothing we can do at this time. Kevin rolls out to the left.
Oh, brought down by Phoenix that time for a loss of 2.
Looks like they see that they're going to try to burn play clock, and they're going to try to prevent them from doing so.
I'm out. Yellow Jackets.
I think that honestly they just saw that the run, and they don't want to lose their game clock because they want to try to get at least one more score. So I think the Yellow Jacket just preventing the Bills from burning time. See, yeah, he just said they're playing that clock and trying to get that ball back.
Down, set.
Krevin hikes the ball, rolls out to the right, jukes back to the left, drops back even further. He got stumbled and said, nope, I'm going to get rid of this. He threw it away. Luckily, it wasn't picked because there was people right there. I didn't see who the defender was, but, I mean, that was almost an interception, almost a massive sack. Krevin got out of that one by the skin of his teeth.
That was definitely a just wow.
Set.
I'm pumped just watching.
Right?
He's dropped back 40 yards. A big pass drops just short of Cash getting the interception. Wow. So close to getting picked. Krevin's really playing a dangerous game here. And he's throwing the ball instead of burning that game clock. He's throwing these incomplete passes, which stops the game clock. So it's now a 4th and 12 situation. Looks like he's going for it on a 4th and 12.
Down, set, hike.
And he does. You know the Yellow Jackets are trying to close this right now. They don't want this to be converted. Big pass up the middle, and it falls short.
It is a turnover.
Yellow Jackets get another opportunity. Let's see who they put in as
I say it's
the quarterback.
Troy.
I think they should keep Troy.
Troy is going back in as quarterback.
Troy will definitely get them on the move and keep them moving.
Well, they're going to have to really manage this clock well. If they could put up another score now, I don't think they're allowed to try the onside again because of the 10-yard ruling. Even though it wasn't, we determined, that we don't agree with the ruling. It looks like a big sack. Troy loses 7 yards on that play.
7 yards. Wow.
The clock is moving. A big loss.
Down, set, hike.
And Troy's got opening in the middle. Throws the ball up deep down the middle. It's caught by Tamed. A massive gain.
Nice.
There's our 2-minute warning. We got 1:54 on the clock. The clock is stopped, and they are right at the red zone.
Anybody who's followed SO football knows that combination, Troy to Tamed,
about to
is
say,
a very, very common thing to see.
Absolutely.
That is definitely,
And that was just his clutch move, especially on the Ravens. He had Tamed, he had Cam Cora, an amazing receiving core. He had Woody, and he was able to get the ball up to those receivers. So it looks like he's bringing back a throwback there, getting the ball to Tamed up the middle for a huge, huge gain. I think we're going to see a touchdown here very quickly from the Yellow Jackets. Looks like he's got a lot of open receivers out to the right.
He's going to run it. Nope.
No.
He pulls back. He's looking.
Maybe he is going to try to. I don't know what he did there. He had 2 receivers on that out that he could have hit with the ball, but I think he was just doubting that pass and didn't make it.
And Cash was wide open too, trailing out there. It looked like.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like you're talking about, that's an old, or I'm not gonna say old, but I'm gonna say it. They are so like peas and carrots when you look at it, because not only. They've done this at Lions, and they did it, Ravens. Those 2 guys have been together for a while, and the chemistry between them is just key.
A big pass to the corner. It looked like it was a misread. I think that was intended for Tamed, but he stopped. And if he would have just kept going, that would have been a corner touchdown very, very easily.
And just a quick reminder to everybody out there watching that tomorrow night, Packers will face the Patriots at 6 p.m. SLT time, and you can watch that live on UFL stream.
Absolutely, and that one's going to be a slugfest. I think that's going to be a game to remember for sure. Two veteran teams. It could be anybody's game. I'm not going to miss that one.
I definitely want to see it.
All right, we're good. Rest. Unless I could just go. I don't know if I could go.
What? I'm not sure what he just said.
All right, here we go.
He had the timeout, and he was telling Rez he was good, but the time clock was actually still running.
And a throw up the middle.
Oh, it
looked like he was trying to go to Tamed again. Couldn't quite connect on that one. That brings up a 4th and 9. I think they're going to go for it. There's no reason to go for the kick at this point. They've got to close that gap a little bit. Yeah, they're going to go for this one. It could happen. It couldn't. I mean, there's a lot of potential for them to convert on this 4th. Looks like they're taking a moment to gain some composure and call the play.
Down, set, hike.
Very forceful cadence. There's a big pass, and it is intercepted by Zany.
Zany.
He says, "You were the second best. I'm moving into that slot. Thanks for the pass."
He's definitely having a great game today.
He definitely is. I guess
Zany's definitely
he is
stepped
the
up.
3rd best player.
He's definitely came to this game with something to prove. And now they can just run this clock out if they want to and call it a game. I think they're going to try to get some more points up on the board. Deep pass, wide open receivers, overthrew them.
Down, set, hike.
And it looks like a run up the middle. Almost gets the first.
Timeout, Bills.
And the Bills are going to stop the clock. So the Bills they got that hunger. They're going to try to get another score in before the end of this game, or try to get at least some points up there.
Yeah, I think now they're just trying to get a bigger margin.
I thought we would have seen a timeout from the Yellow Jackets, but the Bills used one of theirs instead. Put the ball up in the middle. It's a quick tackle there, a good 10-yard gain, another timeout. I think that's their last one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's their last time.
Yes. Looks like Yellow Jackets have one left.
I don't think the Yellow Jackets are going to want to use that timeout unless they get a conversion right here. If they get an interception or something like that.
Down, set, hike.
Rolls out to the right, rolls back to the left. Puts the ball up.
Pass is up.
And it is caught. It's caught by Zante.
Timeout, Bills.
They don't have any more timeouts.
Timeout. You have to
There's
go.
no timeouts.
No more timeout.
Roger that. Sorry. Sorry.
In a perfect world. Uh-oh, their center can't seem to get on the ball. Okay, there it goes. We're going to see a quick snap.
Set, hike.
We're going to see a wing and a prayer pass here, I think.
Oh, he just slipped right through them.
I saw that.
1
he
second
just
left.
missed it. One.
This is going to be the last play of the
1
game
second.
right here. 1 second remains.
Down, set, hike.
After a very shocking and disappointing end to the CFL Bowl in Season 1, we were told there wasn't 1 second. But we saw 1 second turn into an interception from Yoshi.
Hey, good game, Bills.
He turned it around.
Good game.
Jackets.
It was hard fought to the bitter end. Stay tuned. The game is over. A final score of 35 Bills, 10 points to the Yellow Jackets. The Bills are going to move on in this tournament, and we might see them next week. It depends on what margins of victory we end up seeing. But stay tuned after the game. We're going to have a few words with a couple of players from each team. Kat, are you going to head down to field side and speak to the players?
I will definitely.
Okay.
It looks like for the Bills, we have Cravon and Zany. They're going to be doing interviews.
Okay. My
It
pick.
doesn't look like I'm having to go anywhere. They're coming to me.
My pick for player this game is
the Yellow Jackets, but definitely Cravon and Zany.
Okay.
For the Bills.
If you want to go ahead and interview Craven first, I think Zany is definitely going to get the MVP of this game with the number of interceptions he got and the number of receptions he got and touchdowns. He's definitely, I think he's notched himself in as the MVP of this game in my books.
Definitely. So
if you want to go head over there and have some words with Craven, we'll see who we're going to have from the Yellow Jackets over here, and we'll go from there.
let's see. I had to figure out where Creven. I think Creven went towards you.
He's over here with Zany, I think. Yeah, he's over here with Zany.
Okay, we'll come over there then.
Yeah, he's
Guys
right
are
by
killing
Mike.
me.
A big win for the Bills. They've got to be happy. Their very first
Definitely.
professional victory for a lot of the rookies on this team. A lot of veterans as well. It's got to feel good going into it.
Looks like we got a couple of Yellow
Congratulations,
Jackets.
guys. Good win tonight. So, Creven, how does it feel? I mean, being a new team, an old team, coming in, bringing your guys in and everything, how does it feel to be the first win of the tournament?
It feels really good. We get to, show why I felt like our players should have been playing from the get-go, so it feels really good.
What did you tell them at halftime? I have to ask. I mean, 4 point, between y'all, you come back at halftime and, did you lose the butterflies and, first time out? What was it?
It always takes us a little bit of time to get going, so that's all it really was. Just took us a little bit of time to warm up and, get the train rolling.
Zany, I mean, we're talking here, between us, we're like, okay, interceptions, touchdowns, you really were up there for MVP. What is your take about with these guys? This is kind of a new feel for you. How do you feel about your spot with the team?
I'm really enjoying, our team. We're really gelling together. Everybody's talking in the huddle. Everybody's giving good feedback, and it's nice to have a good home where everybody's talking, and it's good all around. So, thank you.
Good. This is really a question for both of you. Being that y'all came together with a long-standing team. The Bills have been around since, I think, season 1 SFL. How does it feel meshing with those longtime veterans and really, coming together and learning to be like one cohesive team?
Right. Well, it's been nothing but a blessing being on this team. I mean, you always kind of worry about, how you're going to fall whenever you're meshing two completely different cultures together. But, Love and the players here have been nothing but accommodating and really have stepped up to really learn how to play, kind of how we run our offense and defense. They really just gelled perfectly with us. And, Love is my favorite person in the world. Like, she's amazing.
She is that. Guys, again, congratulations. We'll see what happens on that scoring. If you get a bye next week, or you'll be playing, so stay tuned for that. And congratulations again. Good luck in the tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kat. Have a good night.
All right, I'm gonna head over to the Yellow Jackets.
Why don't you go?
I'm going all the way across the field.
Is it the 3 that are running in circles over here?
They haven't reported back, but you have 3 here, so between
So Phoenix, game buddy.
Who do I have?
You got Yoshi there. You got Scooter over there. You got Phoenix and Troy over here. Looks like across over there you got
Troy Briere, Phoenix, Scooter, Yoshi. I've got 4 of y'all here. Tell me, how does it feel to be back being a Yellow Jacket?
Feels good. Feels like coming back home. We got a lot of good players and we a lot of teammates that we're familiar with. So we got some work to do, but we had a good time today. Hats off to the Bills.
Yeah, I mean, y'all looked great. I mean, like we talked about, it's like taking a Yellow Jacket core and really taking it back to those Broncos days and bringing you all together. You know, it looked good. It was really exciting again for us to see Troy at the very end. I mean, as far as things go with y'all, what's the feel on your QB?
Well, we got two good quarterbacks, so it's actually good. We can, they got 2 different styles really, so we don't have any problem with that.
Awesome. And I would ask Troy, but he's going to sit on the field. How do y'all look? I mean, are y'all excited for the season and just getting in there and getting going?
Yeah, definitely. We look forward to the regular season. Like I said, we got a lot of work to do, and I'm sure we'll work it out. And can't wait to get it started.
And there's always a different feel about actual games versus just pickups or scrimmages or trying new things versus going in with a game plan and trying to stick to it.
That's definitely, y'all. I mean, I can tell from just playing in the past, watching games, and really, commentating from them. It was a different feel for the Yellow Jackets tonight, and it looks great on our end. So, congratulations, guys! I look forward to seeing you in the official season.
Thank you. We look forward to it. Good game, Bills.
Good game, guys. Thank you, Kat.
You're welcome. All right, I'm out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the very first opening game of the UFL tournament, the first official game in the UFL, not the season, but the tournament that precurses the season. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Mike Slate here with Kat Wilder. Dana was with us. I'm not sure if she's still there. Haven't heard from her in a while. We actually had Cal Kwan with us as well. If you are interested in being a player, check out the website, uflsl.com. And you could register and get all lined up to get on a team. Stay tuned. There's a lot of big things coming from this channel. You can catch all the game footage live right here on the UFL Stream channel. This has been Mike Slate with the UFL. Excellent game. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night.